The iPhone 6 is much taller than its predecessor, and this was the move that everyone loved. The new iPhone is worth its price, being a device that steals glances, featuring the beautifully sculptured aluminum casing, which features two strips on its back, at the top and at the bottom. The edges are more rounded on the new iPhone, but the biggest disappointment about this model is that it didn't come with the most discussed sapphire glass. But you should understand that it's very difficult to build it, because the glass must be dipped into hot potassium salt and the process is very complicated. The sodium ions from the glass are migrating, while the bigger potassium ions are shrinking to fit into the vacant holes. Anyway, the iPhone 6 has a thickness of only 6.9 mm, which makes it one of the thinnest smartphones out there. The Galaxy Alpha has a full perforated back which looks similar to the one from the Galaxy S5, but the holes are shallower and crowded. The novelty is the aluminum frame which looks awesome. The Alpha is 0.2 inch thinner than its rival, but it's lighter at 115 grams. The screens have the same size, 4.7 inches, but the technologies are different. Samsung is using its own Super AMOLED display, but it doesn't support Full HD. However, the 720x1280 pixels resolution is pretty good along with 312 pixel density, but it doesn't match the LED backlit IPS LCD screen from the iPhone 6, with 750x1334 pixels and 326 pixels. The screen from the Apple phone offers high top brightness, with natural-looking colors, while Super AMOLED panels tend to make colors look too vibrant, oversaturated. It's an octa-core processor competing against a dual-core processor based on 64-bit architecture. The Samsung Galaxy Alpha is very powerful with the Exynos 5 Octa 5430 processor formed by a quad-core 1.8 GHz Cortex-A15 CPU and quad-core 1.3 GHz Cortex-A7 CPU, coupled with the Mali T628MP6 GPU and backed by 2 GB of RAM, while the iPhone 6 brings the new Apple A8 chipset with a dual-core 1.4 GHz Cyclone processor accompanied by 1 GB of RAM and the PowerVR GX6450 GPU. The A8 is over 80% faster than the processor from the first iPhone, and it came with camera improvements as well, and the M8 co-processor which tracks movement. The Galaxy Alpha runs on Android v4.4.4, KitKat, for now, and offers only one variant of internal storage, which is limited at 32 GB. The iPhone 6 comes loaded with iOS 8, but because the fans experienced many bugs, Apple released the iOS 8.1.2 in order to fix them. The device has 3 variants of storage, 16, 64 and 128 GB, also unexpandable. The Alpha wins in number of pixels, because its ISO camera is 12 MP with video recording capabilities of 2160p at 30 fps and features including LED flash, autofocus, touch focus, HDR etc. The iPhone 6 has a 8 MP rear camera, but with extra features, face detection, autofocus, dual LED flash instead of single LED flash, 1/3 sensor size, 1.5 micrometers pixel size etc. The front cameras are 2.1 MP on the Alpha and 1.2 MP on the iPhone 6. The Alpha allows you to remove the 1860 mAh battery which for a while will deliver 11 hours of talk time. The iPhone 6 has a non-removable battery with a similar capacity, but it supports 14 hours of talk time. Thanks to the ultra power saving mode, the Alpha will turn its screen to black and white and, at the same time, will put limits on the number of applications you can use, to extend the battery life.